What's up? Welcome to the team. I'm super excited to have you. So a couple things. I'm going to go over how to set up the app properly so we can get you guys some good results. So there's going to be a couple things in here that you might need to follow along with while I'm going over it, because it's hard to sometimes remember. There's going to be a lot of little tabs. And I know as I go over it, you're going to be like, oh, I need to change this. I need to change this. And it's easy to think you're going to do it, but then you can't remember how to do it. So follow along with me. I have it on the desktop version right now. So if you have the first format, first and foremost, I want you guys to make sure I am your advisor, tarawoodcox11@yahoo.com. So if you guys want the one-on-one coaching by me and my team, it's going to be tarawoodcox11@yahoo.com. And that's going to get you put with me. You'll have Chelsea, you'll have Zach, you'll have a team of us. We all work together to get you the best results possible. If you have Mike, if you have Katie, those are also advisors on my team. They are phenomenal. They are amazing. So if you have them, you're in great hands. You're still on Tier 1's team, which is awesome. So you'll still be included in like the giveaways, prizes, all of that. And just so you know, the app is the $12.99 a month. That is for all of our one-on-one coaching, the weekly assessments, everything I go over is included in the $12.99 a month. We don't charge extra for anything. So just know that. I know it sometimes seems like, sorry, I'm gonna drink some of this. It sometimes seems like a lot of stuff that we do and people are like, wait, this is all for $12.99. Yes, it is. There's no like hidden fees. There's no hidden anything. We are lucky enough to do this. My husband, he is actually retired from the Marine Corps and he is medically retired. So he does have that pension. And so we can pay our bills on that. We will never get you try to get anybody to buy anything. We don't want you guys to do this and think you have to buy stuff. Don't do that. Don't think you have to buy stuff if you guys want our coaching. And I just go over this because a lot of people think, okay, if I'm using this app, I have to use supplements. Here's the thing. We get asked all the time, people will come to us, hey, what kind of supplements can I take to help increase my results? What can I take? What can I buy? I want to buy this. You don't need to buy stuff to get better results. You don't need to buy stuff to get results. You know how many clients we have that have lost 100 pounds, 150 pounds, even 50 or 80 pounds, and they eat whole foods? Supplements, all they do is they supplement gaps in our diet. So just know that coming into this, if you guys see myself, anyone on my team taking a supplement, it's not a must-have. Does it help us? Yes. Do you have to buy it? No. So we always like to remind you guys of that. We can reach our protein in whole foods. We can get our micronutrients in whole foods. We can get our vitamins in whole foods. That's what we like to remind you guys every single day, because people get overwhelmed in just wanting to buy stuff and wanting to, what else can I do? What else can I do? Trust the process and put the work in, do your weekly assessments, and I promise you're gonna get results. I promise. So let's open the app, and I have mine open. Under settings, you are gonna see my profile. Under my profile, you are gonna have your guys' email, you're gonna have your name, all of that. One thing I want you guys to make sure your guys' measurements are in inches and pounds. A lot of people accidentally hit the centimeter, kilograms, and it's kind of confusing. So just hit the inches and pounds. And then height, make sure that's correct. Birthday, I don't care that much. Make sure it's the right year, or at least close to the right year. And then goal weight. This is something we get asked about a lot. I don't know my goal weight. What should my goal weight be? Don't think too hard on this one. We just want you guys to put something that's close to your ultimate goal. So say you're 240 pounds. Don't put 220 because that's where you think is the realistic place for this 8-week challenge. We want you guys to put your all-time goal. So if you're 5'6", if you're 240, and you're 35 years old, I would say, hey, let's put 150 pounds. I guarantee you, if you stick with us long enough, we'll get you to that goal. 150 is really realistic, and it's your long-term goal. If you put 105, that's not realistic. When we're 5'6", I only know because I'm 5'6", and I know that I want to maintain lean muscle. I know I want to optimize my fat loss. I know I want to speed up my metabolism. 105 is not, I will be literally zero muscle at 105. I've never seen 105. That's just not even something I strive for. So just know your ultimate goal weight. Don't think too hard on it. Just put a number that's close to it. If it's within a 10-pound thing, we will help as we're coaching you, but don't put a short-term plan. So that is going to be your first place we're going to go. Next is going to be contact info. We don't really mind what you guys put. We can't see it. But the place we want you guys to have correct is going to be under nutrition. This is where your numbers come from. This is where everything comes from. Your calories, your protein, everything is going to be under nutrition. These settings right here. So I'm under menu, under nutrition. What are you more likely to do? This is the first question, and there's a drop-down box. There's 3 things. It says portion control, meal plan, or calorie macro counting. You guys, I want you, if you want the one-on-one coaching with us in the app, we need you guys to have it on calorie macro counting. This allows us to see your full food log. When you guys choose meal plan or portion control, it's very vague, it's very basic, and it's not personalized to you. And you can't track your food. You won't have that food scanner, you won't have anything. You'll be like, man, am I supposed to eat these hard-boiled eggs every day and rice and broccoli? No, nobody eats like that every day. Let's just be realistic. We want you guys to have your thing on calorie macro counting. Don't get overwhelmed with the word macro counting. All we want you guys to do, track your food. This gives you the ability to track your food, everything. That's where we want it. So that's the third option. You're gonna hit okay. Next, you guys are gonna hit, do you prefer carbs or fat? So you're gonna see both. You're gonna see carbs, then we're gonna see fat. So this one is gonna be, and here's the deal. This one, the reason they give you the choice is because it doesn't matter. If I choose carbs, it's going to give me a little bit more carbs, less fat. If I choose fat, it's going to give me more fat, less carbs. If I choose both, it's a good split. Protein is going to be set based on your goal weight. That's where our protein comes from. This one, if you're diabetic, if you have an autoimmune disease or something, I would probably choose fat. And just know, say you guys are diabetic and you guys choose fat and it has your carbs at 120 or 100 and your doctor told you guys to have it at 80. Like we want you guys to customize your numbers and we want you guys to stick with that 80. Don't think because the app sets you at this is the like end all be all. That's not it. When you guys have doctors working with you on a medical condition, definitely let us know and we will get all of this customized because we can customize the macros in here for you guys, or we can at least help you guys figure out where to customize them. That way you guys can feel good, because let's be real, some people just don't do well with heavy carbs. My husband, he has lupus and he has narcolepsy. He doesn't do well eating a bunch of carbs. His body does a lot better with fat. Anytime he eats too much gluten, he feels blah, he gets tired, he doesn't do well. So we have him on prefer fat and he does really well. His body it operates better with the higher fat. So it's okay. It's not a one size fits all. But if you guys are comfortable, let us know what's going on so we can help you guys better. And we will get that. So if you guys don't really know, just hit both. Both is what I have mine set on and a lot of people do. Because at the end of the day, the reason it gives you a choice is because carbs and fat are interchangeable. They are both 2 different energy sources for our body. So protein is going to be the building block for our body. Carbs and fat, those are going to be the fuel sources for our body. So we want the protein is the non-negotiable. If you guys go over your fat one day, under your carbs, as long as you guys have energy and you guys aren't tired and stuff, that's fine. But carbs and fat, those 2 will kind of balance out day by day as long as we're staying within our calories. So I don't really care what you guys put here, and we can change it. We can, this one doesn't really affect us too much. So put both if you're not really sure. That's where most of us are. And when you guys think carbs, don't think carbs means bread and pasta and all of that. Some people really think carbs are only bread and pasta. That's all they associate carbs with. You guys, carbs, I had people, not gonna lie, when they start tracking, they thought there was something wrong with the app because they had Apple and it gave them carbs. She's like, there's no way, or it was a banana actually. She's like, there's no way, I didn't have any carbs today. And for some reason it has me at 24 carbs. And I'm like, well, you had a banana. And she's like, well, that's not carbs. You guys, there is sugar in fruit. There is carbs in that stuff. So just know all carbs are not the devil. It's not evil. Carbs are energy sources for our bodies. So don't be scared of carbs. So if you guys prefer carbs because you enjoy pasta and bread, that's not the only source of carbs you're going to get it from. And you'll notice that when you start eating and logging your food. When you start tracking, you notice carbs are in a lot of fruit, a lot of vegetables. So just know that. Okay, next thing at the bottom. So these bottom two questions, this is where it makes up our actual numbers. So this is where it gives you something different than someone else. So you guys can choose three things: primarily lose body fat, we can choose maintain, or we can choose gain lean muscle. So we get a lot of clients that come to us and they're like, well, I don't know what to hit because I want to gain lean muscle and I also want to lose body fat. Here's the deal. If you guys want that scale to come down, you got to hit primarily lose body fat. You have to. So for instance, say you're 160 pounds and say you're wanting to be 130 or 135 and you want to gain lean muscle but lose body fat. If you guys put it on gain lean muscle, it's going to put you in such a high calorie surplus that the scale is going to keep going up. You have to put it on primarily lose body fat. And here's the deal. If you're hitting your protein daily, guess what? You're going to gain lean muscle. If you guys are hitting your protein every day while you're in that calorie deficit at primarily lose body fat, you are going to get to a point where you guys can see your lean muscle. And I'm going to help you guys with some movements in the gym, if you guys have dumbbells, to even help see it more. So just know, we want you guys on primarily lose body fat if your goal is for that scale to go down. Say you guys, we have a lot of clients that are trying to gain. So say you are 109 pounds and your goal is 120. You want to get stronger. You want to get more toned, more fit. You would need it on gain lean muscle. It's going to put you in a calorie surplus. So just know this will happen over time. So, and I'll go over some more stuff as we get into the habits, but it will happen over time. Gaining lean muscle does not happen overnight. Just because the scale goes to 120 doesn't mean you just gained 11 pounds of muscle. It's not how that works. Zach, he can gain 8 pounds if we go to a restaurant. Not gonna lie, he can gain 8 pounds in one night. He didn't just gain 8 pounds of lean muscle. That's not how it works. So you have to do this the right way and the correct way, or you're gonna find yourself in a spot that you didn't want to be. So make sure we're working together with these assessments. But maintain, that's going to give you a good maintenance calories. That's our ultimate goal for every single person in here, is let's find your guys' maintain. This is going to be, it's actually really hard to find. Everybody's resting metabolic rate is different. Everybody, our activity levels are different. They differ day to day. There's a lot of things that goes into this. So just know, when we start getting you close to your maintenance, you still have to check in. You still got to do assessments because we still will want to work with you very, very close. So we can make sure you're not, a lot of times people keep losing. We'll move them to maintain, they'll keep losing. So then we have to increase calories even a little bit more. So the more muscle we can maintain, the more body fat we're going to keep losing. The higher our resting metabolic rate is, the more calories we burn in a day. That's just how it is. So just know we're going to increase those calories. But maintenance is going to be where you go. So say you're 125 and you just want to get more fit. You're like, I don't really know. I don't know if I want the scale to go down or scale to go up. Hit maintain. Honestly, we're going to help you. We're going to talk and we're going to figure out what your goal is and hit maintain. Okay, and then at the bottom, you're going to hit save. And then we're going to go into this next part. Activity. This is going to be where you guys can choose your training and your workouts. Rest day, I really don't care what you guys pick, but here's the deal. If you guys are people that have never worked out, say you've never worked out a day in your life, we don't expect you guys to go work out because you guys want to get fit all of a sudden. Our ultimate goal is to get us tracking food at first. So just know this part, I want you guys to skip if you aren't sure what to pick and if you aren't working out currently. Linking your watch to here, it just doesn't work. There's literally no great way to link your watch. So If you're struggling with linking your watch, it's because we've all struggled with linking our watch. Like mine is linked through my health app. I have a Garmin. I went to the health app. I linked the watch. It still shows up 1,000 short every day. So you just can't stress. I just shoot for 10,000 steps every day, and that's it. I don't care what the app tells me. I don't add that stress to your body. You don't need it. So activity. The 12-week foundation training, it's a good mix of all of them. It's a great place to start if you guys aren't sure. And then the next button is going to be reminders. The biggest thing I would choose is photo reminders and show checklist. Show checklist, that's going to give you the checklist on your dashboard. If you don't have it checked, you're going to be like, where's everybody seeing this checklist? Because I don't see it. So hit that. The next thing is going to be notifications. Notifications. I have all of these checked on because chats and announcements, you don't want to miss announcements. There's great announcements that come out from our whole team. We all send announcements. You don't want to miss them. The live streams, you don't want to miss the live streams. They're amazing. Tons of education, tons of free stuff, you guys, in this app that you guys are going to get. There's so much education. It's unbelievable. So if you guys are walking, turn a live stream on, put your ear pods in, listen to one. It's free. It's educational. It's amazing. So the live streams I would have checked on. Daily tasks. This one you definitely need checked on. That way you can see them. Weekend review, checked on. I would do them all. I'm not going to lie. I would turn them all on. I already know a lot of you guys won't, but it's all good. Okay. And my advisor, go to my advisor, you guys. Go to this button. Make sure it says Tara Woodcox. If it says something else, you aren't with us. And I'm just going to say this. If I'm not your very first advisor with this app, you will not qualify for our free samples and our giveaways. That's just, we spend a lot of money, a lot of time in the free sample packs we send out to any of our brand new clients. This is some of them. It's nine things for free. And we pay for all of it with our own money. We put a lot of time in it, a lot of everything. So if we're not your very first advisor, you wouldn't qualify. Or if you've purchased in the past, or if you've had to drop an advisor and add me or switch or whatever, just know that. But if any of that didn't happen and you didn't get for the first message with your coupon, just let me know. We can get this taken care of and we can try to get it fixed on the back end. Okay, next one. So before we go over all of these, I actually want to go to the dashboard. So now go to the bottom of your app and hit dashboard. I want you guys to, hold on. Let me find this dashboard button. So we're doing this from my computer. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, so dashboard. This is where you are going to see your daily tasks, your weekly tasks. This is where everything happens, is on our dashboard. So we're going to hit that button and you're going to see 5 daily tasks. So at the top, you're going to see what day we are in the challenge, all of that. It says my transformation. So daily tasks. The first one, there's 5 of them. Don't get overwhelmed. So people make the biggest mistake when they join us. They think that they have to do these daily tasks every single day or they fail. That is so far from what we want you guys to do. Here's the deal. We have clients that start with us that their baseline is Mountain Dew, like 4 Mountain Dews a day, maybe eating out twice, maybe it's Chick-fil-A at dinner, and maybe it's like Chipotle at lunch, and maybe it's just a Jimmy Dean sandwich at breakfast. Like, we have people that's their baseline. We're not going to expect them to all of a sudden hit their protein and do all this stuff. And like, it takes time. So it's so important, you guys, to make this sustainable, that we meet you where you're at. When you guys try to flip your whole world upside down, do all these things day one, and it's so far from your normal that guess what? It'll last maybe a week. It'll last a week, and then it'll be just like any other thing you've ever done. It's too hard. You're not going to keep doing it. That's just how it works. So what I want you guys to do, I want you guys to start with the first one. And we tell you guys this for a reason. We've been coaching for years. We know what works and we know what doesn't work. I promise. We know what works. So if you guys are someone that's coming to us and you're like, I want macros day one. Most people text us like, I just signed up, I want my macros. What's going to get me to my goal? You guys, we don't know your body fat percentage. We don't know your resting metabolic rate. We don't know what your baseline is. We don't know what your normal is. We can't just tell you this number. Like it could, we have like last night, I was working with a 64-year-old woman and she's like, why did the app tell me 1,500 calories? She's like, I'm eating 1,700 calories and I'm still losing a pound a week. I'm like, it's because your resting metabolic rate is higher than the app gave you. So just track normal. Your first week with us, you guys, if you guys are brand new, your first week, we want your baseline. We want you to track and don't change a thing. Don't change a thing. We want to see, and I know most people think of this like, man, I'm wasting a whole week in my life. I'm wasting this whole week in my whole life, and this is not the diet for me. I'm going to go do something that I can lose my weight within this 30 days. You guys, it's not going to work. I promise. Those fad diets, society has us so prepped to lose our weight so fast, and it's not realistic. It's not sustainable. It's not where the lifestyle happens. So track your macros. And when I say the word macros, I mean food and drinks. Track everything you consume, and we are going to help you. When you do your first assessment, we are going to look through it, and I do a thing called triage coaching. I'm going to look through your food, and guess what? I am going to be like, wow, this might be a hot mess. So I have to figure out the thing that's going to make the biggest difference in how you feel, and we need to start changing it there. So it might be, hey, let's just eat less fast food this week. Let's try to do a little meal prep or prep something or have something in mind to eat during the week. But let's try, instead of doing 12 fast food things this week and eating out, let's try to go down to 7 or 8. It could be as simple as that we do. We might not have you guys working on protein week 1. So what I want to do is just see your baseline. And I promise you, if you guys give us the 8 weeks of the challenge to work with you, by the end of the 8 weeks, we will have every single one person with us doing all these 5 daily habits. And then guess what? We go into another 8-week challenge. And guess what? You are now that person that's getting those results that you guys saw other people getting. It just doesn't happen that first week. You have to give your body time to make these changes and to build these habits. These are habits, and they're healthy habits. So a lot of times we have to lose bad habits to gain healthy habits. So we're first going to work on losing a couple bad habits. We're going to start putting in a couple healthy habits. You don't just do everything at once. Drop all 10 bad habits we've had for 30 years and then gain all these healthy habits that are completely foreign to us. It's just not how it works. That's a lot of work, and it's going to be overwhelming, and you're going to peace out. Promise. So track your food, do your assessment. Once we have that dialed in, you guys, our next daily task is going to be drinking the 100 to 120 ounces a day. And this is one of those that a lot of you on here, you guys are like fish. You guys are natural fish. You guys naturally get your water, and you guys are just champion water drinkers. Half of our team, you guys, they don't do any other thing on here, but they drink the water. Water's not a problem. If that's you, good for freaking you, because guess what? It's a problem for a lot of us. Water is one that I have to make this mocktail every day. This is like 30 ounces of my water. And I literally have to work really hard for my water. Water is not one. Macros come easy, protein comes easy. A lot of them come easy. Water does not come easy. If I'm not intentional about it and I don't have that discipline, I could go all day without drinking water. And then at night, I just chug. That's not what we should be doing, you guys. So drink the water. So this is one, if you're already doing it, keep doing it. Don't undo a great habit. Keep drinking your water. But if you're someone that struggles with water and you guys drink 10, 20 ounces a day, let's try to get more intentional. And once we get you guys tracking macros, maybe start adding in a glass or 2 glasses of water a day. So this might mean we wake up, we start our day with an 8-ounce glass of water. Just drink that before anything else. Before you make your coffee, before you make anything else, just drink a glass of water. Get it started. We have a lot of people in here that love those humongous cups, those 100-ounce cups, and they tell you where you should be each time of the day. They love that. They love it. They have like little strollers and stuff they push it around on, and they have like things they put it over their shoulder. They take it backpacking. They do everything with it. Those people, they love their water jugs, and it tells them where you guys should be at. So if it's 9 a.m., you should be here, 11, 2, like it tells you. So it helps keep you guys on track. If that's not something you enjoy, you guys can set an alarm on your phone every hour, drink some water. There's literally apps on your phone, and I only know this because my team told me, that you guys can download that tells you to drink water. But just think about it. Water is like the freest thing ever. Just drink your freaking water. And we're okay if you guys count like seltzer water. Count it. Count, if you're drinking a Coca-Cola, don't count it. There's so much sugar and stuff in there. Count things that are going to be, if it's super high in sugar, I wouldn't count it. But if it's in your protein shake, count it. If it's in your greens, count it. If it's in, I don't count my water, the water I put in my coffee, just because the coffee is a diuretic. And that's the only one, though, I don't count. So you guys, do what I do. Make a little mocktail. It's the L-carnitine topped with a seltzer. It's freaking delicious. And I count it. Just drink, just be creative, get your 100 to 120 ounces, and just know it's going to take time. It's going to take time. You got to get creative with it. So the next one after that is going to be sleeping 7+ hours. This one, okay, we have a lot of moms. I work with a ton of moms. I have 3 little kids. I have 2-year-old, 8-year-old, 9-year-old. Me, when I was 20, I thought if you didn't have a newborn, you slept. I like pictured only moms of newborns didn't get sleep. I was like, oh yeah, you have grown kids, you get great sleep. No, I'm not gonna lie. You don't get any sleep. You just, sleep goes out the window when you have children. Like my 9-year-old last night, he woke up and he was just looking at me. He was having a nightmare. He comes to the bedroom. They don't even like wake you up. They just look at you with like these eyes, and you know there's eyes looking at you. I don't care if it's 4 a.m. You know those eyeballs are looking at you, and it scares you. Your adrenaline gets raised. You wake up in a panic. You think you're literally seeing your last day. You don't know what's happening, but it's your kid. So if you guys have children, sleep is going to be one that we don't have much control of. So that's the sleeping 7+ hours doesn't pertain to a lot of people in here. But if you guys are someone that say you don't have children, say your children are grown up, moved out, you guys, what I want you guys to do, if you don't get good sleep, it could be poor sleep hygiene. Think about your guys' habits around bedtime. Think about your habits during the day leading up to bedtime. Poor sleep hygiene that is what affects our sleep. Believe it or not, there's so many studies that show like sleeping with a TV in your bedroom affects your sleep. Even if it's not on, even if it's just hanging up, not on, it affects your sleep. If you sleep in a cooler bedroom, you're going to get better quality sleep. If you sleep with your phone, like out, like put it in the bathroom. Don't have it near your bed. Because how many times have we waken up at 3 a.m.? I don't care if it's to nurse a baby, to like we just wake up, we look at our phone, even if it's just the time. That wakes us up. It like, when we look at it and that light, our brain, it starts waking up. It's hard to sometimes go back into that deep sleep. So you guys, there's so many great sleep habits that we can get into, whether it's cutting off caffeine at 4 p.m. or 2 p.m. Everybody's bodies are different. Zach has this cute little mask that he wears. He also, like, he sleeps on a cool, like a mat that like, it's like cold. It's like temperature regulated. He just loves it. So whatever it is for you, make sure you guys work on that. But sleep is really important. So when we don't get enough sleep, our cortisol levels get raised. And guess what? It's really hard to lose that belly fat, that lower belly fat. Sleep and stress are 2 things that play a role in fat loss, play a big role in fat loss. So it's really important. Sleep plays a huge role. So when we're moms and we don't get much sleep, we have to work harder on the other 4, get more dialed in to get our cortisol under control, and so we can reach our goals. But with stress, I'm not telling y'all to move out and get an apartment. I want you moms to stay with your family. But think about it, the sleep we could get and the stress that goes away. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. But sleep is going to play a huge role in fat loss. So we will get you there. I promise we're going to get you guys there. We're going to do this. Next goal is going to be 10,000 steps. Okay, you guys, here's the deal with this one. 10,000 steps is going to be, if you guys have a desk job, like most of the group, we all have desk jobs. Not gonna lie. Not many of us, there's about 90% of us in this group that we all have desk jobs. We struggle with steps. I don't even want to look at my watch right now and tell you guys my steps, but I'm going to. I'm at 4,000 steps and it's 5 p.m. You guys, if you guys struggle with steps, and one of the daily tasks is 10,000 steps, there's a few things we can do. We can get up every hour and just walk for 3 minutes. If you guys work at an office, get up every hour, walk for 3 minutes. Walk around the office. You guys can walk, pick up something, put it away. I'm not gonna lie. I can literally do that. You guys, this is my living room. My kids just got home from school. It looks like that in 5 seconds. So get up, put stuff away, and your steps will add up. But steps are very hard for a lot of us. And if you get 3,000 or 4,000 a day, maybe let's slowly ease that up to 4,000 to 5,000 a day. Ease into the steps. 10,000 is hard. I promise it's hard for all of us that don't have active jobs on our feet. If you guys are nurses, yeah, you guys get more steps. And this goes into, I forgot to go over the activity level. So when we're setting up the app under menu and nutrition, so menu, nutrition, I completely forgot to touch on activity level. It says, what is your daily activity level? The bottom drop down. So the first one says sedentary, the second one says lightly active, and the third one says very active. This is very important, you guys, to have right. Sedentary is going to be someone like myself that has a desk job. So if you guys work from a desk, I don't care if you go to the gym, I don't care what else you do, you're sedentary. You guys, we're all sedentary. It's okay if we have a desk job, we're sedentary. If you guys average like 15 to 20,000 steps a day, then you guys would be lightly active. Nurses, all you guys, like lightly active is, some teachers get more steps. Some teachers get like no steps, you guys. I don't know what kind of teaching they do. No, I'm just kidding. And then very active is going to be like an elite level athlete. It's going to be someone that's, we have a buddy, he like installs AC units. He gets like 30,000 steps a day, you guys. That's insane. We have someone we coach. He works on a golf course. He gets freaking 30,000 steps a day. Freaking insane. They're all very active. They have like pretty much unlimited calories. Jordan, he's the one who does the AC units, and he's like 30,000 steps a day. You guys, like, he can eat anything, and he just, I feel like his body just is in overdrive with the fat burning. But most of us, I'm not gonna lie, are on sedentary. So if you guys are getting 10 to 15,000 steps a day or under, we're all sedentary. We're sedentary. So I will go on a walk later. So I've already done my workout. I did that this morning. I will go on a walk with Cope later. We'll go to the baseball fields, watch my son play baseball. And we'll walk, and I will get my 10,000 steps, but I'm still sedentary. Just know that. Okay, let me go back to my dashboard. So 10,000 steps. We'll get you there, I promise. I know this sounds like a lot, so don't get overwhelmed. We're still starting with track macros. So the last daily goal, you guys, is going to be the hardest for most every person in this group when you get started. So the American diet, you guys, the average American diet, when you start tracking your food, you are going to notice is more carb heavy and fat heavy. It's not protein heavy. So protein's going to be pretty low to moderate, and you're going to have heavy carbs and fat. So you might be within your calories. We have a lot of you guys track, and you're like, man, this is so cool. I'm already within these calories. I'm gold. No, when we say your calories are set to 1,700, your protein set to 150, and your carbs and fat are where they are, and you guys hit the 1,700 calories, but your protein, you guys only hit 50 or 60, but you guys hit your 1,700 calories, and you get excited. You're like, man, I just hit 50 grams of protein. I stay within my calories. This is freaking awesome. The reason you guys hit your calories and your protein so low is because you went over on your carbs and fat. You guys went over your carbs and fat calories, which, remember, when we don't burn those carbs and fat, our fuel sources, our body is going to store that as body fat. So that's when we get that squishy look. We get that squishy look. You're not going to get that toned look. You're going to get the squishy look. So what I want you guys to be sure of is, as we get you guys dialed in, so you're going to start with just tracking macros. When you do your first assessment, I'm going to give you feedback, or Chelsea, or Katie, Michael, whoever, Zach, we're going to give you feedback. It might be, hey, let's just work on increasing this protein. Don't think that we're like discounting your assessment because we're only doing that. It's because that's going to be the most crucial thing. We want you guys to work on hitting protein, staying within calories. Carbs and fat, those two are kind of interchangeable. But our ultimate goal for every single person, you guys, is hitting your protein, staying within calories. So we will get you there. It's going to take time. It's going to take time. It's going to take some work on your end. It's going to take some prepping on your end. It's going to take time and discipline. I'm not going to lie. Protein is really hard for most people, but usually by week 3, 4, and 5, like, people are like, oh my gosh, I'm finally figuring it out. And they all start posting their macros like, oh my gosh, you guys, it took me 4 weeks and I finally hit my protein and I stayed within my calories. It's super cool, you guys. And that's really when our body composition starts changing the most. Here's why. And I know a lot of people are like, well, why? I've never heard that you got to hit your protein. I've never been on a diet where protein's important. And is it because you guys sell this protein supplement? Nope, not at all. We could care less if you guys supplement with anything. And honestly, we'll shoot you guys with whole foods. Like, we want you guys to use whole foods. So protein though, why it's important. Here's the deal. When we don't hit our protein, when we're in that calorie deficit to lose weight and we don't hit our protein, we start to lose lean muscle and we start to slow our metabolism down. So how many times have we went into a calorie deficit diet? And every person wants to choose 1,200. I don't care what you say. Every person we ever talk to, we all choose 1,200 calories. I've been there. I've done that. I went on that 1,200 calorie diet. I was hangry day in and day out. I was hangry. I would eat like a pizza. I would even eat 2 pieces of pizza. We would order pizza. And my husband, he was active duty, so he can eat 2 pizzas. I would have 2 pieces of pizza, and I would feel it for days, you guys. I would feel it. I would have to like bring my calories even lower just to like feel skinny. It was stupid, you guys. It's because I shot my metabolism and I wasn't eating protein. So I slowed my metabolism down so much that I was holding on to that for days. Now that I hit my protein day after day, you guys, my metabolism has sped up. You guys, my resting metabolic rate has went up so much. My body composition has changed. So much of my body has changed since hitting my protein. My calories now, you guys, I've lost my own 65 pounds. I've had 3 kids. I had a C-section. I've had injury after injury. You guys, here's the deal. I've done it all. I went through a weight loss journey where I just went in the calorie deficit. I was really miserable and I was always hungry. I didn't realize protein was so important. Nobody told me protein was important. And protein, here's the deal, you guys. Protein is going to be the most satiating macronutrient, meaning it's going to keep us the fullest. So when we start eating more protein, every single person comes to me, they're like, I'm just not hungry anymore. I'm never hungry if I eat healthy. No, you're never hungry because you're eating protein. You're eating that chicken breast, you're eating tuna, you're eating these good, clean protein sources. You're not hungry because you're eating protein. Protein keeps us full, but it also speeds up our metabolism. So just know this protein goal is very important. And when you guys come to us and you're not hitting your protein, I will do your first assessment. I'm going to give you guys some tips. I'm going to give you some ideas on how to hit your protein. I'm not going to leave you hanging. But when you start hitting your protein goal daily, and it's going to take weeks, because when you go from eating 40 grams of protein and you try to all of a sudden go to 150 grams of protein, you're going to be so full and constipated, you're going to hate life. Promise, you're going to hate life. So don't do it that way. We got to slowly increase your protein. We will never take a client from 40 to 50 grams up to 150 grams. It's going to be miserable. This client will be feeling miserable. So this is why we want your first week, you guys. We want to see your baseline. We don't want to see you guys change a thing. We don't want to see perfection. We don't want to see anything. We just want to see your baseline so we can give you guidance on where to go from there. What will be the best thing to start working on to start reaching your goals. I promise you guys, we've done this for years. We know what works and what doesn't work when it comes to getting you guys results. So The protein, it's going to be very important to hit our protein daily. And it's going to be really important to stay within our calories if our goal is fat loss. So that one we will get with time though. So what we want you guys to start with is tracking macros, and just know this is going to take a lot of discipline. It's going to take discipline on your part. And I've learned something. If you don't want it, you're not going to do it. I have wanted it more than my clients. I've wanted it more than some of my clients. When I first started coaching you guys, I wanted change for my clients more than they want to change. And guess what? It led me to feeling bad about it and being like, what did I do wrong? And then I had to just do some self-assessing, and I was like, you know what? They just didn't want it. Like, I would have to like call them and beg them to do this and do this. No, once they wanted the results, they come back and they're like, okay, I'm willing to do the work. And then it happened, because it might take meal prepping on Sunday. It might take making a grocery list and like committing to it, going to the store and buying it. It might take some prepping on their end and some work on their end. But until they want to make these changes, it's not going to happen. And one really cool thing, I'm a mom of 3. I know what it's like. I don't give my kids separate meals. We all eat the same stuff. So just know, when we say hit your protein goal, stay within your calories, this doesn't mean you all of a sudden are on your own diet over here and you're over here making your kids different meals, making your husband. They will start eating it. If you're making it, they will start eating it. Like my kids, one of our favorite things is burrito bowls. If you give your children choices, they will be more apt to make it. And my kids love it. If like my middle guy, Wyatt, he's so picky, but if he has a choice of what he puts in his burrito bowl, all of a sudden I see him going through and yeah, I'll take some rice, I'll take the chicken, I'll take no peppers and onions, he'll take the corn. Like he picks stuff and he eats it. So just know, this is a lifestyle change. It will happen. It will happen with time. It's gonna take some discipline and time, but we will get you guys there. As far as the weekly tasks, you guys, weekly tasks are gonna be take your photos. So if you guys send an assessment in, our team does assessments every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Every Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, those are the days you guys can turn in an assessment. You will get feedback by Friday. So when you turn in your assessment, we need 7 days of food logged, 7 full days of food logged, consecutive days. And we don't need them to be perfect. We don't ask for anything like that. We just need 7 days of food logged. Take your photos, do an assessment. And take an assessment is the next weekly task. So that's Mondays, Tuesdays, or Wednesdays. You will get feedback by Friday. So weighing in, this is something that some people, they only weigh in at the beginning of a challenge and the end of a challenge. And that's okay. Weighing in, if the scale is going to be your end all be all, and if you're going to quit week 3 because you haven't lost 10 pounds and someone else has and all this stuff, don't weigh in. You guys, we just want you guys to take your photos and take your body metrics. I don't want you guys being what is between you and your goals. And sometimes the scale, you guys, it needs to go. Because when we're working on this and we're maintaining lean muscle, and by eating our protein, we're maintaining lean muscle, you guys, muscle per volume weighs more than fat. So guess what that means? Like 5 pounds of muscle is dense. 5 pounds of fat is not dense, it's big. So you might be losing weight and you might be getting smaller, but that muscle, it's gonna weigh more and be more dense. So I get all the time, people think I weigh like 105 and 110. I don't, because I have muscle and I'm okay with muscle, but I had to get there. I'm a woman, I get it. The scale interferes with our mindset. I don't even care what the scale says. I honestly didn't weigh myself for so long because I just didn't care. I went by how I felt in the gym. Am I getting stronger? How do I feel? How do my clothes feel? The scale literally doesn't mean a thing to me. So we don't ever want you guys to get, for a scale to be the thing that gets in the way of you and your results. So at least take your weigh in when you guys first get started and then at the end of a challenge. But we need assessments. You don't have to do them weekly. A lot of times when you're on your second and third challenge with us, you guys might move to every 2 weeks and stuff. You just need less guidance. It's like we have you pretty dialed in. But body metrics, we do need you guys when you're getting started. And I have a whole video on how to do those in the Facebook group under guides. So body metrics are a must. We do need those, you guys. And if you hit it, it tells you exactly how to do them. It tells you exactly how, each one. So do them. If you guys aren't going to weigh in, we need body metrics. and pictures. So, but if you guys are weighing in and you guys are doing pictures, we're fine with body metrics being every 3 or 4 weeks. That's totally fine. But as far as like adding food and all that goes, just play with it. The really cool thing in here is there's under help. So menu, help. If you go to menu, help, you can literally just kind of like do a quick overview in there, and it tells you how to log food. It tells you everything. If you go to nutrition overview, it tells you everything, and it's kind of interesting to read. And it's like, oh, cool. But use the recipe builder. Use the recipe builder. And if you guys need help with workouts, I work out with the team 5 days a week. I post 2 of them on 2 workouts on YouTube. The other ones are all via Zoom. So you will get the Zoom link in your welcome message in the app or in the Facebook group. So just know you guys will get the Zoom link. Work out with me. I go over the movements. I help scale everything. I help push you guys. I don't do any secret workouts. The workouts I do are the ones with you guys. That's it. I work out those 5 days a week. Monday night, it's a core burner. Tuesday, it's a strength. Wednesday's rest. Thursday, full body burner. Friday is strength. And Saturday is a full body burner. So get some dumbbells. Go to TJ Maxx. Go to Walmart. Go wherever you want. Go to a yard sale. Get a set of 8-pound dumbbells. I'm not asking you guys to get anything crazy, but I promise we can get you some amazing results. If you guys just start tracking your food, grab a set of dumbbells, join, and the community aspect is phenomenal in here. So join some of the Zooms. We do the 2 Ask Anythings every week. I do it on Wednesday and Sunday. You can jump on, ask me anything you want. We're face to face on Zoom. Or you guys ask me in the app. Ask us in the app. The app is a great place to get questions answered. If you guys are only in the Facebook group, it's a little harder to like nail one of us down. But the app and then on the Ask Anythings are great places. But that's it. So I don't want you guys to get overwhelmed with this whole process, but we have 4 challenges a year. So my best piece of advice is when you get the app, just start downloading. Don't start downloading. Start tracking your food. Take your pictures, start tracking your food. That's all we ask for. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't get nervous because you overate, underate. Don't just eat normal and do your first assessment, and we will give you guidance. Our team is phenomenal, you guys. We have a team, our tier 1 team. I promise we're always all learning. We're working together. We're trying to get you guys the best possible results. So that is what we're here for. Something's ringing. I think it's my husband. I'm going to answer this. But I hope that helps. And I hope you guys have an awesome day. And let's do this.